Yesterday we talked about FUBO, not FUBU, not Pete's pal that did for us, by us, but rather FUBO, which basically was a sports streaming channel that got that deal yesterday announced from Disney and the Hulu side of things. Today, Pete, it's Roku. But let me show you a little something on this move out of what happened, Pete, with FUBO, because there was plenty of unusual activity in FUBO yesterday. Pete and I talked about it when the stock was $3.50. Stock went through 5 yesterday. So those January 10th expiring 4 calls, they exploded, and the stock went up over 6 today, up another 20%, Pete. So just because a deal's announced doesn't mean that's the last move to the upside or the downside. And in this case, Pete, I think it probably focused in a lot of people on Roku because they just announced 90 million streaming households, right?
Yep. Well, and they're looking to try to figure out when they're going to start making money, John. That's something you haven't heard me say in a while. But, you know, we look at all these companies, we look at what they do, we're fascinated by them. And a lot of people probably have no awareness to the fact that, hey, Roku doesn't make money. That's a bit of a problem at some point, right? Mm-hmm. They do have a great looking balance sheet, John. They've got free cash flow of $500 million, but at some point there's got to be some profitability. And with 90 million streaming, I would think that they're in a position where they ought to be able to turn some of that into a bit of a profit. Strategic partnerships, yes, they've got that. There's a lot of different things. They talk about their revenue growth into the future of about a little over 10%. That's pretty interesting as well. One of the things that I thought was a little bit puzzling, they don't think they're going to be profitable for another 3 years. Now, I don't know why it's that level, John, but that would be one reason where I just kind of pull back a little bit and say, whoa, when are you going to make the money? Let's get that to be a lot closer than 3 years out. They've got to figure that out, in my opinion, John. Otherwise, it's a great pop. It's a great company. They do a lot of things well, but they've got to show us that they know how to make money.
Yeah, well, this one popped to almost 85, Pete, today, and then sold off. Now, is it market related? I think a lot more people are looking at it the way Pete just did, folks, and saying, you know what, this is interesting, but at 84, not so interesting. And they sold it all the way down to what, Pete? Under 78 right after that initial pop. So not so great for FUBO, Roku, but still good news for FUBO.